We are very excited to announce a new ACLJ initiative. The initial blog announcing this was just posted this morning on aclj.org by Harry Hutchinson. It's called Advancing Justice by Expanding School Choice.
We understand that many of these decisions are made on a local and state level, and probably appropriately so. But Jordan, when you have a situation where the poorest among us cannot afford or do not have the opportunity to get the education as those who living in zip codes that are more affluent, that has got to change. There are ways the federal government can support it.
It is high time to make public school leaders and heads of teachers' unions uncomfortable by unleashing real justice in the form of school choice. While the world has become convulsed by focusing on removing monuments, let's build a monumental movement that delivers accountability, improved educational performance, improved safety through school choice.
The purpose behind this school choice is it's an American value, I think, of competition. And public schools would have to step up their game to start educating students. If a charter school can do it, if a private school can do it, a public school should be able to do it. Money is not the answer. If you just look at the public schools in the city of Detroit, per student, the state of Michigan pays roughly $15,000 per student to go to the public schools, which I'm pretty sure is more than going to the University of Michigan, which is arguably one of the best schools in the world. And there in Detroit, they have like the lowest reading level among any city in the country. Ultimately, it's the parent who should control the education of his or her child, not the state. And by giving parents, especially underprivileged parents, the opportunity to give their child the best education possible, that is a goal that every American should strive for.
The voucher program is the best because, going back to Janine's call, it gives the ultimate decision-making authority to the parent, the person who knows that child best. So we think the dollars should follow the child, not the education system, and ultimately that would be the best result.
The goal of our initiative, is to use this as a vehicle to attain justice for all of Americans' children, including the least among us.
There are still many barriers, including progressive governors, progressive boards of education, and progressive leaders within teachers' unions who continually claim to support improving or reducing, I should say, racial disadvantage and disparity, but at the same time they oppose school choice for other people's kids. Meanwhile, many of them send their kids to private schools. It's really important for our listeners to engage with us as we launch the ACLJ School Choice Initiative.
I'm very interested in creating a foundation of education for those folks in the middle income arena, as well as kids living in poverty, kids like myself who perhaps live in the wrong zip code, going to underperforming schools. I'd love to give parents the tool of choice. When parents have choice in education, I think their kids have a better chance of success. Had it not been for education, I would not be sitting here today. I think of education as the gateway to the American dream. I want to open that gate wider for kids living in poverty.
Yes, most of those decisions will still reside on the state and local level, but Senator Scott is 100% correct. It should not matter which zip code a child is born in the United States of America. The parent should still have the opportunity to make sure that that child gets the education they deserve. Jordan, there are a lot of ways that we can accomplish that goal.
Senator Scott said, in our society, we spend so much time on the root causes and the disadvantages that we forget to talk about the solutions and the advantage that we have over the rest of the world. Advancement, he believes, comes through education. It is absolutely essential that we have quality education in every zip code, especially the poorest zip codes in America. That is the path forward.